you're still not using ChatGPT properly, you're going to want to watch this video. When ChatGPT was released at the end of 2022, the world panicked. Marketers, copywriters, academics, and pretty much everyone in tech. Is AI going to take over the world and wipe out humanity? Is it going to take all of our jobs and kick us to the curb, leaving us broke and useless? It's not uncommon for people to panic when there's a significant advancement like this, something that has the potential to impact the course of the entire future for the entire world. I mean, people panicked when electricity was invented. They panicked when cars were invented. They were worried about the loss of jobs for the horse and carriage transportation system. They also panicked when television was released and were worried it would replace reading and other forms of entertainment. The truth is, it's very human to get uncomfortable when there's a big shift. We're creatures of habit and we don't really like change. But that being said, change is inevitable and the world is changing now at a faster rate than it has ever done before. There's nothing we can do about it, so we might as well embrace the change and learn to adapt to make sure that we're not falling behind. AI is not going to replace you, but the people that embrace it and learn how to use it effectively, they're likely to replace you. I've been using ChatGPT since the day it was released to the public. And I'll be completely honest, it's really helped me become better at my job. I get things done 10 times faster and it's a tool that has actually enhanced my creativity. But that's after me putting in a lot of time to truly understand the platform and learning how to communicate with it to get the best results. And today I'm going to share with you exactly how I do that, what part of my process as a social media marketer I use ChatGPT for, and what prompts I use to get the best results to help grow my social media accounts and my clients' social media accounts much faster with less effort. I will be sharing a document with all of the prompts that I mentioned and more at the end of this video, so no need to take notes. Just stick around until the end of the video and I'll give you free access to that. I use ChatGPT primarily for the following: to improve and create my Instagram captions, to condense long form content into short form content, to come up with hooks and titles to help capture my audience's attention, to generate topic ideas and to provide me with interesting and key information like statistics and facts to share with audiences. Before I get into all of this, I really want to stress that it's never a good idea to use ChatGPT and make it do all of the work for you. The more I've been using the platform, the clearer it's become that it's not human. Its responses can often be generic and repetitive, and if you do rely completely on the platform, you're going to lose that unique and authentic brand voice that you have. And I truly do believe this will sabotage the connection that you have with your audience. The power that you have as a creator is that you are human, you have past experiences, you have a unique personality and real stories to tell through your content, which you really don't want to lose, because that is the essence of why social media is such a powerful tool. It gives us the freedom as creators to be really authentic, real and raw. So the purpose of this video is to show you how to use ChatGPT to enhance all of the above, not completely wipe out the human element. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's get into how I use the platform. For Instagram captions, I use ChatGPT in two different ways for caption writing. I either give it my pre-written caption and ask it to help me make it better, or I describe what I want to post and ask ChatGPT to generate caption ideas for me. For example, here I describe what I want to post and I ask ChatGPT to write me a few captions because I want options to choose from. The video I need a caption for is about mums trying to make friends when they haven't left the house in months after having a newborn, but it's non-existent, so you're basically friendless. That's kind of the vibe of the video. So what I've done here is describe the video, and it's always better to go in as much detail as you possibly can to get the best results that will actually fit with the video. So always try to give ChatGPT as much information as you can think of to get them a more accurate response. So after doing that, I'm given a bunch of options, and to be honest, this time around I really like the first option, newborn life, where the only friend I've made in months is the baby monitor. However, I do still think that I can make it better. I want to make it feel more human and real. I also want it to be relevant. I definitely don't like the hashtag isolation station. What on earth is that? So what I'm going to do is take the caption minus the newborn life part. I think we could get a bit more creative than that. And I paste it under my video where I keep my content strategy. And what I personally would do to this to make it more relevant and fit with a social media post a bit better is add POV, because that's a popular social media term. I'm sure you've all seen it. It means point of view, in case you didn't know. So POV, when the only friend you've made in months is the baby monitor with a little yikes emoji. Emojis are also great for engagement. Then I want to ask a question, something for the audience to interact with in the comments. So let me add relatable with a question mark. So from here you can see how I took some inspiration from ChatGPT, but I didn't completely copy what ChatGPT gave me. There's still that human aspect by using really popular and common social media terminology that audience members will find easier to resonate with. Okay, and now for the other way I'd go about this. Let's say I already have a caption for my post, but I feel like it needs improving, a bit more pizzazz. See if there's anything missing that I can add to it. Okay, just for the purpose of this video, let me take an Instagram caption from one of my own posts. I've done this like tweet style image post on how in the UGC space there's a missing gap for hijabi creators and how getting into UGC is a great opportunity for hijabis to explore. The caption I put on here was really short and super basic, just asking if there's any UGC creators here and that I'd love to see their work. But I'm wondering, is there anything that I could do perhaps to improve it, maybe make it a bit more SEO friendly so the post can turn up on more people's feed? So I paste the caption into ChatGPT and I explain that it's a caption, and I describe the actual Instagram post as well, so ChatGPT knows what the post is about. And then I ask it to improve it, make it more SEO friendly, and again, give me a few versions, because I really do like to pick from a few different options, take some things and leave some things. So now I'm given all these options, and whilst I don't particularly love all of these, I can use them to help me make a caption that is more SEO friendly. For example, there's the use of the term Muslim content creator in a lot of these examples, and I do like the sentence structure of some of these too. The term Muslim content creator is something that I haven't thought of to put in my content before. Looking at this now, it seems pretty obvious, but using ChatGPT, you can really tune into some of the most basic things that you don't think about, and it kind of gives you a little reminder. So after looking at all of these and taking in the information the platform has given me, I'm going to use my own initiative and my own skills to create my own caption. One thing you can do as well is create your caption, and if you feel like it could still be better, so take the caption you've created, run it through ChatGPT again, and you can ask it, can you give me other ways to say this? And ChatGPT will give you different versions of different wording you can use in the caption. In the end, the caption I finished with is, there's a growing demand for Muslim content creators. Now is the time to get involved with the hijab emoji. And then I put my previous caption at the bottom. So as you can see, I'm not copying anything word for word. I'm more just using it to take inspiration for my content, making it better and improving it, and then again making it more SEO friendly, as I said before, by adding in the term Muslim content creator. Another thing I also use ChatGPT for is to help me take long form content like a blog or a article and condense it into smaller, more digestible, short form content for platforms like Instagram or Twitter. If you don't know already, people's attention span on platforms like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter are going to be extremely short. Eye tracking studies have actually shown that users on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter spend on average less than 10 seconds on a single post. By the way, I use ChatGPT to help me get that statistic. See what I did there? If you do have a blog or a long form piece of content, here are some prompts you can use on ChatGPT to break down those long form pieces of content into smaller, more bite-sized pieces of content for social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter. And these are some of the prompts that I personally use on a regular basis. ChatGPT, can you please shorten this blog into 100 100 words or less to be used on an Instagram carousel while still sharing its key information. Give me a few versions. Again, as I say, and I always say, is ask it for a few versions so you can look at all the different options, pick and choose from what you like and ignore what you don't like. ChatGPT, can you please split this blog into insert number? So let's say 10 separate pieces of content, each one being no more than 3 lines long. Or ChatGPT, can you generate 20 tweets based off all of the content in this blog? And then of course, all that short form content that it gives to you, you can take and tweak it to match your brand voice. Repurposing already existing long form content into short form content is a really useful and time-saving way to generate lots and lots of content for your social media platforms without the hassle of trying to come up with new ideas every single time. By breaking down all of your long form content into smaller bite-sized chunks and then spreading that all out and sharing it onto all of your different social media platforms helps you to reach a broader audience, including those that don't really have a lot of time or are not really committed enough to your brand to engage with all of your lengthy blogs and articles, or even engage with your long form video content. One thing you can also ask ChatGPT to do is to make content that is specifically created for one platform and make it more suitable for another platform. So for example, you can take an Instagram post and ask ChatGPT to make it more suitable for Twitter. And to do that, you can use the prompt, ChatGPT, can you take the copy of this Instagram post and turn it into a tweet? Again, give me a few versions. That way you can get the same piece of content, quickly adapt it and post it across multiple platforms. Another thing that I found super useful on ChatGPT is that I ask it to help me come up with hook ideas and titles. A hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds of your video. I'd say it's the equivalent to a title in a written piece of content. So the title of your blog or the title that you use in a carousel on an Instagram post. It's basically the first thing that your viewer is going to see, and it gives them a heads up of what the rest of that piece of content will entail. I have mentioned in previous videos the importance of hooks. It's essentially the most important part of your entire video because that hook is going to determine whether your viewer is going to continue watching or they're going to just swipe away. It's really the ultimate deciding factor of whether you've gained a new viewer or you've lost a viewer. So therefore, it's really important that you get your hook right because essentially what you're trying to do is capture your audience's attention. That's why I really like to use AI for this because it gives me much better insight and examples of different ways I can capture my audience's attention. So a prompt that I like to use for this is, ChatGPT, I want to create a 60-second video about, and then you insert in your topic, and then again, as I said, give as much detail as you possibly can. Can you give me 10 hooks I could possibly use? Let me give you an example of one that I've actually done. I want to record a 60-second video about how I use ChatGPT in my business as a social media marketer. I want to focus on how you can use ChatGPT to come up with good hooks. Can you please give me 10 hook options for this specific video? And again, what I'm going to do is go through all of these examples and use my own initiative to create a hook. So looking at all these different examples that ChatGPT generated, this was my end product for the hook. In the next 60 seconds, you're going to learn how to use ChatGPT to save yourself hours in your content creation process, starting with crafting attention-grabbing hooks. You see, not bad, right? You can pretty much do the exact same thing that I just did with hooks, but with titles of maybe blogs, articles, or carousels, because a lot of my clients are educators and we do a lot of educational carousel posts, so I use ChatGPT in the same way, but to help come up with title ideas. And I put some examples on the screen of titles that I've created using inspiration from ChatGPT. Feel free to pause this video and take a look at all these different title ideas that I've created and taken inspiration from what ChatGPT has generated. And now for my final and favorite way to use ChatGPT as a social media marketer. And honestly, this specific part of my process has saved me so much time in my role, and that is to generate topic ideas and to provide me with key and interesting information like statistics and facts to share with my audience. Before ChatGPT existed, your girl would spend hours and hours and endless hours sifting through blogs and articles and videos, trying to find and come up with really interesting and unique topic ideas to share with my audience and my client's audience. For example, one of my clients is in the finance space, and most of her content consists of educational and informative content around all things money. I rely on ChatGPT quite heavily for this client because what the platform is best at is giving useful information and education. A great example that I can use is that for this specific client, I used ChatGPT to find out all the different possible budgeting methods. And I did this by asking it, can you please give me a list of all the different types of budgets and explanations on how they work? And it's given me this long list of budgeting methods I have never even heard of. And then what I can do is split all of these up into separate post ideas where each week we share a different budgeting method. Or what you can ask it to do is to give you topic ideas. For example, can you give me topic ideas around investing in the stock market? And it will give me loads and loads of ideas. Or what I can do is get really a lot more specific and say, I want topic ideas for complete beginners, because previously it's given me a lot of topic ideas, but they look pretty advanced for what my client's target audience is. And then what it's done is give me a list of ideas for beginners, because we want to create content that they can easily understand and grasp the concepts of. To go even further with this, if you've found an idea that you really liked and you're like, okay, I want to talk about this on my page, what you can do is copy that idea and paste it back into ChatGPT and ask it to expand on it to give you more information about that specific topic. Of course, there's loads of other ways to use the platform to help you with your social media content. You can ask it to help you with things like changing the tone of voice in your already existing copy. You can say absolutely anything and everything to it. Don't hold back. After 1 year of using the platform now, I can safely say that I've said the wildest things to ChatGPT. Honestly, if it was ever released out onto the internet and to the rest of the world, I would probably want the ground to swallow me up. So let's hope that never happens. If you've made it to the end of this video, then you're a real one, and I want to share with you over 50 ChatGPT prompts that I use on a regular basis as a social media marketer for my business. You can find a link to the Notion document where I share this in my description below. Let me know in the comments below if you found this video useful. If you're not subscribed yet, then go ahead and subscribe because I post every single week. Until next time.